Yeah, it's your boy Girl here, back with another video, and today I got a special video, guys. Man, today we're back with a Tournament Power Season 99 Best Teams guide. So, yeah, bro. Basically, new season. New way of getting the 1.5k CCs, and you guys know every single season they always change up the paths and always make it a little bit difficult, change the way like tiers for certain units. So there's some teams that's a little bit gonna be more advantageous just because they have more S and Z tier characters and everything. So this season looked like it's gonna be a lot more difficult than like the past like 5 seasons. So I definitely think they kind of made this one a little bit difficult. They kind of ramped it up. So let's lock in. New IT our instant transmission Goku that just dropped. So I know a lot of you guys might want to summon for him. So if you guys did summon, best of luck. And if not, then let's just save. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the outro here. Please watch the video fully through when it comes to certain teams, because everyone keeps asking for replacement for certain colors, and they're not watching the segments. Like, I literally have timestamps for you to watch. Like, watch it, and towards the end I kind of talk about the replacement. If you still having questions, then comment down below. But a lot of you guys keep asking for questions for replacements, and I already say that in the segment, like they're like 4 to 5, 6 minutes long. Like, just watch the segment fully, please, before you ask the question, because I already answered it in the video. But if you guys enjoy this type of video, subscribe to the channel. Road to 17k, and without further ado, let's get in with the teams. Alright, so for the first team here we're going to be having is going to be Blast Base Regen, basically the team that I'd be rocking throughout these seasons. And let's get straight in. Let's talk about like the backup characters here. Me personally, let me actually switch this back here, because this is usually like my main squad. Keep this here, keep this here, keep this here, whatever you guys want to do. Alright, so for the backup, let's get in touch. If you guys do have Metal Cooler, rock him. He's just the best Z tier character. He's one of the few rare Z tier characters that's just super viable for TOP. So if you have him, star him up, bro. We get a lot of Z powers from lots of events, so you guys can definitely get him up as high a star as possible, and he's been doing great. So one of the best Z tier units for Regen. If you guys have him, definitely star him up as much as possible throughout the season, throughout you know your PvP, your Legends career. Definitely max him out. But if you guys don't have him, some other good replacements for the Z tier spots. My favorite two is Nail, and then second form Cell. But me personally, I think second form Cell is a little bit more better off the Androids team. So I'll say Nail, Z tier. And then a lot of people be rocking this perfect form Cell because it's the amount of debuffs he gives to the enemy for each turn, which is pretty powerful, right? The only issue is he just doesn't buff Z ability with his team. But if you guys want to rock them, I'll say purple Nail, and then I would say purple Cell. When it comes to the S tier spot of Regen, they got some solid options. You have DKP, you have PJ, you have Zenkai Red Metal Cooler. A lot of people like the Zenkai Green Piccolo. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of. Then after that, you do have EX Piccolo with the amount of heals that he does. He's really valuable. Purple Metal Cooler. Then you have EX Omega, and then you have EX Evil Boo. So those are like a lot of the replacements for the backups. So you got multiple Z's and S options for this season. And then let's get to this main team here. So, you know, with the main team, I have Super Baby 2. He's just the main healer of the team, right? He's core for the team. You must have him. If you're going to rock Regen or GT, you must have him. Just the healing is just too insane, too valuable. After that, I have CMZ, and then have LF Purple Cell. Just because CMZ is able just to guarantee blue cards, he heals, he ramps up pretty highly, really powerful. Then I have Boot Tanks the LF Piccolo just for the guaranteed blue cards for each fight. And then Green DKP, me personally, I think he's just the best green. And usually he's in like a good A and S tier spot, so he also helps out with points. And he's free to play. I think the next green I'll probably pick will be Baby Trunks, but Baby Trunks is usually in the A tier and like the B tier. So then usually this DKP is in S and A. So free to play, he's a Namekian. I'm biased, right? So when it comes to the colors here, let's start off with red. If you guys don't have CMZ, like I said, you have Piccolo Jr., you have Zenkai Red Metal Cooler, you also have Boot Tanks here. I'm going based off the blast base of the team. Then after that, you do have Goku Piccolo, you do have Revival. I'll say Revival Cell last. Free to play 21, then I'll say Revival Cell. This is for Blast Base Reds, right? We're going for Blast Base Reds. Then after that here, like I said, CMZ is strike based, but he's just such a good unit. He has a good kit that regardless, I'm rocking on a Blast Base team. When it comes to the red, I already got that down. Let's come to the yellow. Now let's go with blue. So blue, you have free to play Metal Cooler. If you don't have Boo Tank Zenkai, free to play Metal Cooler, you have EX Omega. You have Evil Boo. I'll kind of put him towards the bottom. Then after that, you don't really have any blues here. That kind of catches my eye, so I'm not going to talk about any blues here. Like I said, then you have Boo Tanks. And then after that, if you need to grab another C tier, then you can go with LF Kid Boo or LF Zamasu here. When it comes to the green, I think green is probably one of like the worst. Green and purple is kind of like one of the worst colors for regen. You have free to play DKP. I mean, he's a free to play unit. Hopefully you guys have him at 14 stars. If not, this guy's getting his Zenkai soon, so I don't know if he's going to get it next week. But I'm curious to see what his Zenkai stats is. But he might be pretty solid for a regen option. Now, he doesn't buff regen with his Z ability, but I think the fact that he heals by 10%, all he needs is some pretty good damage inflicted buffs, and I think he's going to be a really good option. So we're going to wait. I'm curious to see how his Zenkai turns out for TOP. Then after that, if it's not him, you guys can go with Baby Trunks. You guys can go with Green 21, and then you guys can go with Fat Boo. And then if you really need to go down here, you guys have Omega, Evil Boo, and then Cryhon. After that, we do have his yellow. When it comes to the yellow, in terms of like, you know, just like a better offensive yellow, I would say Rage Shenron is number one for me. Then I'll have free to play Perfect Form Cell here. Then after that, yeah, yellow's pretty. Then after that, you have Majin Buu Good. And then when it comes to the C tier spots, all the other ones are strike base. So after that, you guys could probably do Zenkai Cell. I mean, he's able to ramp up and heal at the end of each turn, so then that's pretty solid there for yellow. After that, we got purple. Purple, like I said, is probably the worst color for regen. If you guys don't have LF Cell here, what you guys can do is have free to play Super Boo. He has high key recovery, so that's pretty nice. And then he also has a stun, I believe, like start of turn 2 or end of turn 3, or start of turn 3. After that, you guys might have to dabble into maybe a strike-based character. You have Red Ribbon Army Piccolo for extra healing and support. You have Garlic Jr. That's pretty good. He's really, really good. He gives like nullification to debuffs, so that's really nice. Then you also have Purple Cell. You have Perfect Cell. He's strike-based though, but if you need a purple, you guys can rock him. And then after that, there really isn't no good purple that I like right here. Like Light Skin Piccolo, I just don't think he's worth. So if you need a strike-based purple, you guys can definitely rock like a Garlic Jr. or even the Zenkai Purple Cell. He does great damage against, you know, hybrids and everything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it with all the colors here. Let's hop into the next team. All right, next team you have is going to be strike-based regen here. Kind of wanted to make a strike-based team for regen. I feel like, you know, I think they got a little bit more. They got a little bit better with these two new releases of Zamasu and Cell here, the Zenkai old Cell. So let's get straight into it. So when it comes to replacements, it's going to be basically the same like the blast-based one. Just pick the best C, Z, and S tier characters. Even if they're blast-based, just pick them, because you're not, just don't be weird and just pick your best Z's and S for points wise, right? So if you have Metal Cooler, definitely give him a go. Red Super Baby 2, because he's more strike-based side. You have the Nail here. Those are my favorite top 3. Then on the S tier side, you have like Metal Cooler, Green DKP, Yellow EX Piccolo. You have Piccolo Jr. You have Zenkai Metal Cooler. You have Omega Shenron. You have also EX Evil Boo. So yeah, when it comes to the main 6 tier though, I decided to keep Super Baby 2 on the team. You guys could use Janemba if you guys want, but I mean, you know, he's just the healing of the team. Like, if Super Baby 2 can be ran on the team and heals, like, you gotta use him. So I replace Super Janemba. If you guys want to do double blues, you guys can do that. But I'm keeping Super Baby 2 on the team. When it comes to the other colors, like I said, CMZ, you guys know how good he is with blast base. Like, that's not even his best team. Strike base is, because he's a strike base character. You guys know how good he is. Kid Buu, I mean, Kid Buu is really powerful just because, I mean, he ramps up over time. He heals a lot, and then like I think he get a decent amount of his special move gauge, so really powerful. He also nullifies debuffs a certain amount, so that's really nice. So just a really powerful yellow. Then, you know, like I said, you have Garlic Jr. If you have Garlic Jr., he just gives more nullification and then actually damage afflicted buffs for his allies. He transforms, he heals, he also has good strike damage. So after that, green DKP, I think he's just the best green. You know, like S tier, debuffs. I know he's blast based. You guys could definitely find some other greens, but I just put him on there. And then for my purple, I have the second purple. I have purple Zenkai Cell. He's Zenkai buffs Garlic Jr. He's kind of like a flex spot. You don't really need him. He's just there, right? You can pick another character if you want. So when it comes to the blues here, regen is really Super Baby 2, and then it's Janemba. And then you could do Cells, but I just don't think they deserve the Z tier spot for their color. I just don't think their kit is worth that. When it comes to red, you do have CMZ. You do actually have LF Murzumasu. Then after that, another good red that I like that is strike base is the red transforming cell. That's probably like my favorite strike base reds. Then after that, you guys just go with any blast base red regen. But then you just go on the blast base team. You wouldn't even be on this section. When it comes to the yellow though, you do have Ultra Kid Buu. If not, you have Super Baby 2. If not Super Baby 2, then you have Zenkai Cell here. That's pretty much your best yellow strike base characters for regen. After that, when it comes to purple, if you don't have Garlic Jr., you don't really need him. You guys could replace Garlic Jr. and put like Fat Buu for extra healing. He's strike base. He's a green, right? You guys could definitely do that. You don't really need Garlic Jr., but since I have him, I'm gonna put him on here. But if you don't have Garlic Jr., let me put him on. Where you at, Super Baby 2? You do have, like I said, you have LF's second. You have Perfect Form Cell. He's blast based, but since he does double offensive Z abilities, you know it's gonna help the strike based team. You do have Zenkai Cell. They just got a Zenkai, the Perfect Form Cell. You have Garlic Jr. Not the biggest fan. I'll put Purple 21 like last, strike based purple wise, right? And then all the other good purples are like blast based, like Super Buu and everything. He's okay. Then when it comes to the green, like I said, it's green DKP. You know, Orange Piccolo's a strike based character. You just don't want to put too much C tier characters, and then you have Fat Buu. So yeah, like I said, strike based regions is a little bit more. They don't have that many options compared to blast based, but I just want to give you guys some option here. So yeah, let's hop into the next team. Alright, so next team we do have is androids here. So let's start with the backups. When it comes to like the Z tier spots, I feel like there's really two good options in my opinion. You have the second form Zenkai Cell, extra damage to androids and Saiyans. So I mean we face a good amount of Saiyans here. And then he has the Solar Flame. Now the issue is he just doesn't have no way of tanking, right? I mean, but like I said, there's a lot of those Z tier units you're kind of like you kind of being a little bit risky with them, right? Even this cell, even though he's pretty good, he has no damage afflicted buffs. The only thing he has is debuffs for all the enemies. So you're kind of playing risky with him. But those are to me like my favorite Z tiers from androids this season. But then when it comes to the S tier spots, you have a lot more. You have some better options here. So me personally, I think the best one is Fusion 13, just because he's a Zenkai. I think he does get the guaranteed blue in like turn 3 or like turn 3 or turn 2, something like that, where he gets a guaranteed blue. He's a Zenkai buffer for one of our main 6 or for another Zenkai red android, so that's why I feel like he's a little bit more valuable compared to the other ones here. And then after that, I think I do like red 18, because red 18 kind of goes more for the blast place team. And then after that, these other good characters, like the other solid options, are strike based. You have Android 13, he's strike based. Then you also have the EX17. I feel like he's pretty solid, but he buffs red with his Z ability, and then I think he's more strike based. He's on more on the strike based side. And then after that, I think green 18 is okay, but like I said, she's melee. So it's really like Super 13, then it's like free to play 18, and then it's like blue 13, 17 here, and then it's like green 18. And I feel like those are like the best ones, because she buffs girls with her Z ability. She's not bad. She's not a bad option. If you want to use her, you can, but you know her Z ability is girls. So but when it comes to the main 6 here, like I said, it's for the blue we're gonna have 17. I think 17 is just by far just the best blue for androids. A replacement for him, there's only really one blue that I'll probably say, and it'll probably be blue 18. That's probably like the best one. Other than that, I don't really know any other good blue androids that I rock, because a lot of them are strike based. So like 18, I mean 8er, and then Gamma 2, they're strike based, and then it's like you know. So next after that, we're gonna go with red. Super 17 is my favorite red, just the amount of debuffs he does with his blasts and everything like that. It's really powerful. Other than him, then you have like the tag droids, and then if not him, you do have red 21. Then you have Zenkai Revival Cell. I'll probably put him in like more towards more so the back, and then like I said, you already have Super 13, and then you have the free to play 18. So you have multiple red options. He's more strike based, so that's why I'm not mentioning him. When it comes to the purple spot, you do have LF Perfect Form Cell. He's blast based. The debuffs with him and 17, Super 17 together is pretty nice, and you guys know how good he is on my Regen team. So he's gonna perform really well on androids as like just cause like, you know, he's blast based. But if you don't have him, you have this new 17 from the Future Saga, or yeah, the Future Saga in the future 17. Then you have GT 17, great support and debuffs. And then after that, I mean, you guys could rock the Zenkai Cell. If you guys want to do double purple, you guys can. So then he will be Zenkai buffing this cell, right? Because he's gonna be buffing purple PO. So if you rock double purples, you can Zenkai buff the LF cell. You guys are rocking that type of setup, or you guys could do 21. You know, to see an HP for the team, and then Zenkai's purple androids. You guys could do that, but more strike based, and I kind of put her more so last on the team for the purples. Then after that, I think that, yeah, those are like the best purples I like. I don't really like this 17. So next after that we have is green. Me personally, I really like magenta a lot, just because of the debuffs he gives. Like less key recovery, and all enemies are taking more damage. And then if there's 3 or so enemies left, he gets pretty much a guaranteed blue or extra damage inflicted buffs. And every time he gets hit, he's actually giving damage inflicted buffs to his allies, and I believe healing, or is it just damage inflicted buffs when he gets hit? Yeah, he heals his allies and then damage inflicted buffs and then downgrades, which is pretty nice. So I like him a lot. He's more strike based, but if you do want another green, you do have Gamma 1, high key recovery, blast base. You also have green 21. That's really nice. I think she has a solar flare. And then you also have this Zenkai that's coming this week, I think next week. So I'm curious to see how he performs. Like I said, he might be pretty solid, so keep him in mind as well. I think those are my favorite greens. Then after that, bro, we have yellow. So me personally, I feel like this guy is a staple for the team just because of how valuable he is. He is a Zenkai yellow. He has HP for the team. He heals his allies and he gives damage inflicted buffs. He's a free to play EX character. So if you guys been playing this game for a while, you probably have multiple copies of him. Recommend to Zenkai him. Play his event and Zenkai him, because he's really valuable for the team. So I don't really think you guys have a replacement because he's just that valuable. And then last, yellow is going to be 18 here, just because of the support and extra damage inflicted buffs he gives for the team. Healing and damage inflicted buffs, can't go wrong with that. Any replacement for her, you do have this yellow 18. Me personally, I don't think she's a Z tier unit, so hopefully in a few seasons she's up in like B or A. You also have gammas. If you want them to be one of your main C tiers, you guys can definitely rock them. Like I said, you have the 18 there. Then after that, bro, you have free to play cell. Cause like I said, I'm keeping it more blast based. Then you also have the EX18 if you have her at high stars. And then last but not least, I'll do the Zenkai cell, strike based, but you know, he's healing, and then he also ramps up over time each turn. So yeah, that's pretty much it with androids. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, so next thing we have is blast based LOE. It's one of the few teams where they literally have every single one of their members that's not in C tier, so every character is getting boost. And it's a really niche team. You really need to kind of have like pretty much the main core units, because but it's a niche team. You just don't have a lot of replacements compared to androids and regions and stuff. You just don't have a lot of replacements for each color. So let's get straight into it though. Let's start with the backups. If you guys were able to get lucky and get blessed with EX Red Frieza and EX Metal Cooler, rock them. They are ridiculous Z tier. Like, just having them two alone can just carry you with points, right? Like, you don't even gotta fight nothing crazy. 2 Z tier units as your backup, and they're actually viable Z tier units. is insane. If you don't have them, of course, I'm gonna show you guys a replacement. But if you have both of them, you're in good hands. Any other replacement that I really like here is Zenkai Red Cooler. You also have Blue Metal Cooler. You also have Green Final Form Free-to-Play Cooler. And then you have Final Form Cooler, the EX one. He's strike based. This first form Frieza is actually pretty solid as well, but he's strike based. But he gives support and everything, so that's not bad. But if you don't have them, then I'll say these are the best S tiers now. And like I said, since you don't have a lot of characters in the, you have no characters in the C tier spot, that's like the main core units, then you're kind of not really stressing too much about having Z tiers, because nobody is hurting your team with no, that's contributing no points. So let's hop in with the main 6. We're gonna start with Chilled. Chilled is kind of like EX first form Cell. I mean, he's a Zenkai buffer. He gives HP and support for the team, and then the debuffs he gives, and then he stuns with the blue card. It's pretty difficult to replace him. He's kind of like needed for the team. He's just too valuable to not have. He does too much for the team. If you don't have him, you know, if you don't have him at Zenkai, I'll probably either work on him to get him to Zenkai, or just rock a different team, because you really want Chilled, bro. He's a real main core unit for the team. If not, just rock a different team. Then after that, I have LF Final Form Frieza. He gets double Zenkai buff. He gives support. He stuns the team. High key recovery. Him and Shield has high key recovery, so they use the attack first together, which is really nice. Then after that, you do have Yellow Golden Frieza. I think Yellow Golden Frieza is just Unity Reps Golden Frieza, just the best yellow. I mean, he gets a guaranteed blue card first turn. Depending on how many enemies are alive in the last turn, he gets a guaranteed blue card again. And then if you also place him on a yellow tile, then instead of getting a guaranteed blue, he's going to do a guaranteed ultimate card first turn. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. So, pretty difficult for you to replace him. But, like, if you have him, use him. Then after that, Revival Frieza is kind of like the main healing unit in the team, so you kind of need him. Like, you really want to have him. Like, he's kind of like the only like healing character on the team that heals like other allies, so you really need him. It's kind of like a must-have. After that, you do have Green Zenkai Cooler, and then you have Red DBS Frieza. They're just the best blast based LOE characters, especially the green Cooler, first form Cooler, just because, I mean, the debuffs he does, he ramps up over time. He does so much in his kit, you can just take a look at it, but he's just the best green blast base. Then Red DBS Frieza, I mean, he's also has some type of way of not having an enemy attack, and then he's also, good blast base. Just like I said, he's the best blast base LOE unit. So, but yeah, when it comes to the replacements, bro, like I said, Chilled, I feel like it's difficult for you to replace Chilled. But when it comes to the purple Frieza, I mean, you're pretty much going to be replacing them with strike-based characters like UGF and Go Frieza, even Celza, just because they're like blue and purple. Those are pretty much his best options for replacements. Or you can actually do Mecha Frieza, because Mecha Frieza is part blast-based. So I'll put Mecha Frieza up top, then I'll do those other strike-based purples at the after Mecha Frieza, because he kind of flows with the team. When it comes to yellow Golden Frieza, then I'll go with the Zenkai Full Power Frieza. Then I'll go with LF Full Power Frieza. Those are like my main two yellows. After that, when it comes to green, like I said, you don't have Cooler, then you're kind of rocking this free-to-play Final Form Cooler. And then after that, I'll probably go with this free-to-play Final Form Frieza. And then after that, I'll go with Angel Golden Frieza, the green one. Then after that, when it comes to the blue, it's pretty difficult to replace Revival Frieza, not gonna lie, because he's one of the only healers on it. He's the only healer on the team. So when it comes to the red, though, like I said, you have Metal Cooler. That's pretty much your only red, and then you could go down for LF Cooler, but like I said, you're rocking more strike based than blast based. So that's pretty much it with the team. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, next team we have is blast based Majin Buu Saga. So let's talk about the backups here. It's kind of one of the downside of this Majin Buu Saga team, just in general, strike or blast. Like, they just don't have the best Z's and S tiers. So for the Z tier, I think the best one by far is Gotenks, the green one here. He actually has some type of damage inflicted buffs or reduction of damage. Even though it's for 3 turns, it's just the best character out of these 3 here. Like, all these characters here, he's just the best one. I don't really know who else to choose from Z tier, so now I'll just go to the S tier spot. And like the best S tier here is going to be Blue Tien. It's going to be oh, that's got some good S tiers. Not gonna lie, you got Evil Boo. But then when it comes to these other characters, their Z ability just doesn't help with Majin Buu Saga. I mean, even Evil Boo, even the Green Gotenks doesn't help. But if you just want a good S tier, some other good ones would be Yellow Goten. Especially if you pair him with a lot of like the Majin Buu like hybrids characters in a sense, right? Because he gives or hybrids and Sun's family type of. So if you do like Majin Buu Sun Fam, he kind of gets a little bit more value. Even Angel Vegeta, if you're doing like more of like a Majin Buu Saiyans type of team, he gets a little bit more value. Then after that, I'll put like the red Gotenks. Then after that, when it comes to the main 6 here, when it comes to the green, I do like Pui Pui just because he's free to play. He's an HP buffer for the team, and he gives support for his allies. Same thing with like how Chilled is. Same thing how like the Zenkai EX First Form Cell is. HP and then giving support for your allies. I really value about that. If you do have them, definitely rock them. If you don't have them, then I'll probably do like Evil Boo or like Fat Boo. But if you do have them, definitely rock them because extra HP for the team, pretty solid. After that, I do have Purple Gohan here, especially for the blast base side. He's just like by far the best blast. When it comes to replacements for the blast Purple, I think the best one is pretty much just this free to play Purple Goku here. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. All the other purples are pretty much solid. I would say Super Buu is probably third. So yeah, it's either that free to play Goku or Super Buu. Then after that, when it comes to the red, I like Gotenks just because, you know, I have them, right? I have them. If you don't have Gotenks here, you have some other options. Like I said, you do have Shin. I don't know if you guys want to do double reds or not, just based off your teams, you guys can. Red, Shin, you have Gotenks. You do have that Vegeta, but that Vegeta's more on the strike base side, just based off his attacks and stuff. This red Goku's not bad. He's more blast based. It's just that his Z ability does buff red, so you know, take that as it is. And then also I'll say Buu-Tanks, not Buu-Tanks, Buhan, because you have double offensive Z abilities and he buffed Majin Buu Saga. So those are the best reds for blast base. After that, when it comes to the blue, yeah, you pretty much have Blue Tien if you have him at good stars, like he's in the S tier, so that helps a ton. You also have LF Kid Buu. He buffs regen. He doesn't buff Majin Buu Saga. You do have the Buu duos. They don't buff Majin Buu Saga. They buff, you know, Sun Fam and Saiyans and Vegeta Clan, if I'm not mistaken. Then after that, another good blue here is Buu-Tanks. Buu-Tanks buffs regen. He has a guaranteed blue card, but if you need him, you can rock him. I'm not the biggest fan of Dabura. You know, he's okay. And that's pretty much like my favorite blues. And then you have EX Evil Boo, but he's going to be one of your backup characters because he's one of the best ones. After that, you have is Yellow, right? Yeah, Yellow. Me personally, I like free-to-play 18 support and healing for the team. You need that. You need some type of character that does that for the team. So that's why I have her as mines. If you don't have her, then I would say the one that kind of fulfills something similar is Majin Buu Good. They give support for the team, I think healing and I believe like there's like key recovery. They heal themselves, so that's really nice. You really want some type of characters that can at least heal and give some type of healing for your high damage dealers, so you can survive throughout the tournament power. So I think that's pretty much all the colors here for the blast base side. You do want to rock a strike based characters, then you guys can. Like, I don't have Majin Vegeta, I don't have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I don't have a lot of the strike base of Majin Buu Saga, so there's a lot of characters I just don't have that I can't show you. But the red side, the blue side, purple, red, green, I already kind of talked about green, right? I said Fat Buu, Evil Boo. You guys could do Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but I just don't have him. I don't know how good his kit is. Majin Vegeta is another good yellow, but he's strike based and I don't have his kit. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it with this team. Let's hop into the next one. Alright, so for the next team we have strike based Vegeta Clan. Now, one of the issues with Vegeta Clan is like a lot of their best core characters are C tier units, so you're not getting a lot of points with this team. Now, it's kind of like an emphasis on trying to get a Z tier unit, because for the most part, your best units, you're probably rocking 4 to 5 C tier characters for your main 6. So with the Z tier, I kind of forced myself to pick somebody here, and I decided to go with the blue Vegeta, to transform Vegeta. I mean, he has decent damage, he can transform, so he has pretty good stats. So I think you'll be able to pull off with him. So that's why one of the reasons why I picked him, and I believe he's Zenkai's blue Vegeta clan. So if you rocking them two together, he gets the extra Zenkai buff with Sword of Hope Trunks if you rocking two blues together. So hopefully he gets extra stats and extra tanking and damage dealt there because of the Sword of Hope Trunks. And then when it comes to the S tier spot, I like purple Super Saiyan Trunks because he gets support for Vegeta clan, Super Saiyans, and hybrids characters. So I really like that a lot. But if you don't have them, I think some good options here is you do have yellow Vegeta, so another character that gives extra healing for the team. So I mean, you have another one. You don't really need too much healing, but if you want another one, you guys have him. I do like this Coat Vegeta. He gives great support for the team, and you know, HP for the Vegeta clan. That's more tanking wise, survivability wise, which is really good. And also you have this red EX Vegeta here that I like a lot. I think he gives support and then, you know, some pretty nice debuff. So purple Trunks, Angel Vegeta, Coat Vegeta, and then you also have this red Vegeta. And then my last one, I'll probably say him just because he heals a lot every time he gets hit, which is, you know, is okay, but you know, I'll kind of put him last. All right, so next we got the main six here. I mean, you really want to have purple Trunks, purple Bola and Trunks, just because you want to have the damage afflicted buffs and the healing that they give. If you want to have double healing, then you guys can add in this red Vegeta. Now, me personally, I don't think the red Vegeta deserves to be C tier, but he is. So if you want to have double healing, you guys can. You guys want to, like I said, you guys can. If not, you guys could probably take him out and maybe pick another character. But me, I'm going to play it safe and just have the double healing with red Vegeta and Bola Vegeta. You can't go wrong with that. So next, when it comes to the other characters here, though, I do have Sword of Hope Trunks. Me personally, I think he's probably like the best blue for Vegeta clan strike base. You could probably say Fusion Vegeta. I'll probably say Fusion Vegeta and Sword of Hope Trunks, and then LF Majin Vegeta. Nah, I'll probably put them. Even though they're blast base, I'll put them third. Yeah, I'll put them third. And then, yeah, so Fusion Vegeta, Sword of Hope Trunks, and then what's the name? Me personally, I have Sword of Hope Trunks just because he's 14 star, and then he's Zenkai 7, so he just has higher stats and everything, and I don't have Fusion Vegeta, and I don't have Gohan Trunks at high stars, so I'm rocking Sword of Hope Trunks. For the green, I have the LF Super Saiyan Trunks just because I believe I think he has high Kira cores. I think he just is the best green. Just the best Vegeta clan green. If not him, then I have the Tag 4s, and if not them, then I have the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Really old character, but he heals a lot, so I kind of put him third. When it comes to the yellow, if you have Majin Vegeta, definitely rock him. He's probably going to be your best, like, just carry me unit. So if you have Majin Vegeta, definitely replace him with this Fusion Gogeta Blue. By far, I think yellow probably might be their worst color, not gonna lie. So Majin Vegeta, if not them, then you have TV as your third yellow unit to rock. When it comes to the red here, me personally, I wanted to get another offensive red, so I have Zenkai Trunks in mind. If you don't have them, then Zenkai 8 Vegeta. Then you have LF Super Vegeta, and then you also have red Heat Dome Trunks. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the team here. Any other good greens? I think another solid green you guys could definitely rock is Gohan Trunks here. I think they're pretty solid. If you want to not have too many C tier characters, I think they're another solid option that you guys can choose from as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the team. Let's hop into the next one. All right, next team we have is Strike Base GT, man. Let's get straight into it. So, you know, with the main core units I like is Bola Vegeta and Super Baby 2. Just because the healing, bro. Like, you just kind of, if you have double healing, you can, like, just why not use it? You feel me? So, me personally, I just rock the double. I rock them together as two of my C tier units. But then when it comes to, like, the other C tier units, I always ask the Tag 4s for my Strike Base. I just feel like they're just the best strike green for GT. If it's not them, then it's G4, like LF G4 for green, and then after that, it's all the other greens are pretty much blast based, right? You have Omega and Baby Trunks. So I usually have Tag 4s of my other C tier, and then after that, and then The other C tier I usually put for my fourth. It's kind of a flex spot. You can do Super Baby 2, you can do Ultra Gogeta 4, you can do LF4 Ku, whoever, right? But let's get straight into the backups. I've been yapping about the main 6. Backup, if you have Oob, definitely rock him. If you guys do have the GT Trunks, the new one, not the old one here, but that GT Trunks, even though he's more suited for Blast, he's just the best character for the high tier spots. Definitely rock him. So you have him, you have Oob, you have Red Super Baby 2. He is okay. I'll probably put him last. He has great support. And then when it comes to the S tier spot, Omega Shenron, I mean, being able to get Zenkai buff by Super Baby 2 is really valuable to me. Then you also have Nova, and then you also have Ice, and then you also have the Zenkai Vegeta. Now, they're blast based, but it's one of those things where GT doesn't have that many characters, so you kind of have to just choose just the best available characters that you have. So Super Baby 2, I'm not Super Baby, Omega, Red, Oob, and then what's the name are like the top, and then the GT Trunks is like the best ones. And other than that, then you have like the other ones I just mentioned there. So main 6, I already kind of talked about Super Baby 2 and Bull of Vegeta. Now when it comes to the red spot here, I went with Omega just because I'm more of like, I like, you know, he's regen PO, right? But if you don't have Omega, you guys could definitely go with just the red Kid Goku here. He's not a bad character, strike base, right? You only really have 2 strike base reds, right? That's pretty much it for reds. Yeah, because I mean, Omega you guys could rock, but you just don't want to have too many C tiers. So it's really Omega and then the red Goku there. Then after that, when it comes to the yellow spot, I like having the Zenkai Shin here. Double offensive Z abilities is really nice. And then if you are rocking one of your other CT units as, you know, 4Ku or Super Baby 2, he's going to Zenkai buff them because they're yellow GT. So that's really powerful. You guys could do Pan, Trunks, and Gyro. The only issue I don't like with them is whenever they get hit, I believe they heal and they give support damage to their allies. So I'm not really the biggest fan of that. I'd rather just go with a Zenkai, you know, Shin that has high stats. Me personally, I know that he gets extra buffs when he's at a certain health, but I just think he's just a better, you know, just has higher stats and everything. Then he's able to Zenkai buff a powerful yellow if you do bring double yellow. I already said tag 4s and then G4 for the green. Yellow, like I said, like this fourth C tier spot is kind of like Super Baby 2. It's either like you could do tag 4s to Zenkai buff your tag 4s. You could do G4 to buff, you know, Zenkai buff tag 4s. You have Super Baby 2. You have 4Ku that can get double Zenkai buff, and then you have UG4. It kind of just depends on who you want as that last 4th, 6th spot here. It kind of just doesn't really matter for me. Then when it comes to the yellow, like I said, I already kind of talked about that. I'm not the biggest fan of Oob, but you do have Super 17 that you guys can rock. Another good solid strike base yellow, for sure. Then when it comes to the blues, I feel like the other blue here you do have is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then you also have Pan. Now Pan buffs Sun Fam, so if you want to go more for a Sun Fam type of team, you guys can. She gets a little bit more value. So if you take out like Shin and put Pan in there, the yellow Pan, you put red for like the red Goku there, and then you have Bull of Vegeta, you have the tag 4s, then the blue Pan will have a little bit more better, her ability age is just a better because she's paired with a lot more Sun Fam GT units. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the strike base team. Let's hop into the blast base team. Alright, so for the next team we have blast base GT. Let's hop into the backups. The backups is basically going to be the same thing, right? Just pick your best Z's and S because GT doesn't have that many characters. So if you have the new GT Trunks, really, like he's your best option. Then you have Red, EX Oob. Then you also have Omega Shenron. Those are your top 3 options. He's not bad if you just want that extra Z tier. He gives great support, but other than that, that's pretty much it. You know, great support. But I think he's still a solid option, though. You know, he's still a solid option. But I kind of put him more like towards the bottom. And then for the S tier spots, more for the blast base. Like I said, you have Omega. You do have the Zenkai Yellow Vegeta, which is not bad. Yellow, he Zenkai buffs Yellow GT. So if you rocking him and like Rage together, they're both in the same field, and Rage gets that Zenkai buff, which is really nice. And then Ice and Nova, I mean, you got to just pick your best S tiers. Let's go to the main 6. I keep Super Baby 2 and Bull of Vegeta just because the support and double healing that they both give is just really, you know, survivability. So I will risk my 2 C tiers for them too. Now when it comes to the other C tiers, I'm looking for blast base wise. Super 17 and Omega are just really powerful. They're just like, I mean, especially Super 17, he's like the best red, right? Just by far the like clearest best blast base red for GT. And then Omega, like, he doesn't, I mean, he's the best. To me, he's the best green, but you don't need Omega more than you need like Super 17. But they both give great debuffs together, so that's why I like them two together. So I would risk 2 extra C tier units for them. Then after that, for purple, I think this is the best blast base purple. I think he's the only blast base purple is GT 17. I mean, support debuffs, it's really powerful there. And then my yellow blast base is gonna be Rage. Now Rage is in the A tier spot, which is really nice. Every time he gets hit with a blast card, he heals, and then strike, he gets paralysis for the enemy, can't move, and great support. He has a really nice support. I think all around he's a great character, especially in the S tier spots. You will like that. Now when it comes to the replacements for yellow, you do have, like I said, Rage. I'll probably put Zenkai Shin second, and then third for blast base, I will put Oob third. After that, when it comes to the green, if you don't want to rock Omega, I would say it's Omega. Then after that is Baby Trunks. Then after that is full power Goku here. And then after that it is, yeah, that's it for the greens. Now when it comes to the red, Super 17 by far. Then after that, I'm going to go with red free to play Super Saiyan Goku. And then after that, I'm going to go free to play Shin. And then I'm going to go Vegeta 4. When it comes to, did I say purple? Purple is pretty much GT 17. Like that's really the only purple. Like blast based, like purple 17 is the only purple. Unless you want to go like a strike based character, then you guys can. But purple wise, like he's the only purple GT character. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the team there. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team, we do have blast based uni reps here. So yeah, let's get straight into the backup characters. So, you know, the weirdest thing about uni reps is like they have seasons where they have really great S and Z tiers, and then after that they just drop all of them to like B tier. And they like, it's like 2 seasons they're like no good backups, and then they bring them back to S and Z's. Like it's dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever. But for the Z tier spots, I think the best one is pretty much Zenkai Caulifla. Right, there's just Zenkai Caulifla. All the other ones are okay. If not, I'm just gonna go to the S tier spots, and you have so many good options to choose from. Just pick the best available one. So, you know, EX Dispo, EX Vados, the free to play Keflas, I'll probably put it a little bit lower. EX Topo, EX Kale Berserk, Bergamo, and then Shampoo. Those are like pretty much like the best S tiers that you want to use, regardless of Strike or Blast. Just pick the best ones that you have the highest stars, just cause. Now when it comes to the main 6, you know, Super 17, I feel like is just kind of just the main offensive blue. If you don't have him, then I'll say the TOP Sweatsuit 18. Other okay options, and there's also this Beerus here. You know, he gives some solid support and healing. And that's pretty much it. And then maybe EX Jiren, but like I said, I don't think I will use him as my main blue. So, you know, that's just how it is. But when it comes to EX Kale, though, you definitely need EX Kale because she gives the best support and healing. And I'll say second behind her is this free-to-play Beerus here, but I just think Kale does her role a little bit better. Now, granted, she is an EX character, so it's, you know, she's a little bit more frail. But she's just a better support. Now, when it comes to the yellow for the team, you have AGF, bro. AGF just got the guaranteed blue card. And then, depending on how many enemies are alive turns, the last turn, he gets another guaranteed blue card. This is the best yellow for the team. If you don't have him, then I'll probably say, I mean, you guys could do Kaioken Goku, because Kaioken gets a guaranteed blue. So that's another good, you know, yellow option. Roshi is okay. And then after that, you can go with Evo Vegeta. And then Kaioken, Ultra Kaioken Goku. Or, oh no, actually Ultra MUI. Ultra, not MUI, Ultra UI Goku. Evo Vegeta, and Kaioken. When it comes to the purple, though, purple, I mean, it's pretty much either like LF Jiren or LF UI Goku. Me personally, I'll go with Jiren. I think Jiren just, you know, he's a newer LF. You know, he got higher stats, so I'm gonna go with LF Jiren, and he's also PO, so you know, I'm gonna rock him. When it comes to the green, Me personally, I mean, Zenkai God Topo is pretty good. Another good green is you have the Evokin there. That's really powerful. And that's pretty much like my favorite greens. And then after that, you probably have TN. I probably put TN and like AGF third and fourth. But God Topo and then Kaioken Evo, I mean, they're pretty much like the best greens. I'm not the biggest fan of like revival units too much in the mode, right? Especially if they're not at full power. I'm kind of like a little bit more hesitant. When it comes to the red though, I have Bergamo here. Bergamo like HP for the team. He ramps up over time. He also nullifies an attack, which is right with his shield, so that's really powerful. And if you don't have him, then I'll probably say MUI Goku. MUI Goku, you guys can definitely rock LF MUI. And then if not him, then you guys can probably do Casserole, but he's strike based. But you know, if you want another red, then you guys can definitely do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the blast base side. Let's go to the strike base side. All right, so for the next team we have is strike base uni reps here. So let's get straight into it. So when it comes to the backups here, like I said, it's kind of similar to like with the blast base side. Just pick your best characters, like the best Z's and S available to you in terms of stars and everything and access. I added Purple Caulifla here just because she's more strike based side, and I think she's just the best Z tier. Like all the other ones are mid. So Purple Caulifla Zenkai, if you have her, then you guys can. But if you guys don't have her, you're totally fine. Because you know, EX Dispo, even though he's blast based, you know, still a good option. Zenkai Kale is a okay option. EX Topo, EX Berserk Kale, EX Bergamo, EX Champa, and EX Vados is some other good options here. So if you do have them at, you know, pick your best stars and everything, because you just want the extra S tier boost. So I know all these are, they're not like the newest EX characters, but they're still, you know, it takes a while for you to Z them, like to get them high stars. Like you still gotta get somewhat lucky to pull some copies of them. So just get your the best stars based off the available S and Z tiers. When it comes to the main six though, you gotta have EX Kale because she's just the best healing and support character for uni reps. If not, then you have like this Beerus here, but I just don't think the Beerus is just as good of a support compared to EX Kale in my opinion. But let's go to the main other six here. You do have Blue 17, even though he's blast based. I mean, he's just the best blue. You don't have him though. You guys could do Blue TOP 18, the one with the tracksuit. If not, you guys could do like that. Like I said, that God of Destruction Beerus. Also, EX Jiren, but I just don't think they kind of compare to Blue 17. When it comes to the yellow Kaioken Goku, is just like one of the only like yellow strike base for the team. Really the only yellow strike base. Like all the other ones, all the other good ones are blast. So yellow Kaioken, and then after that, when it comes to Go Frieza, I mean, I think they're just the best strike base purple, even though they're half purple. Go Frieza. That's crazy. Go Frieza, and then after that, when it comes to the green, like there really isn't like the strike base team is really niche. Green, the best one is Green Kiawe, supporting for her team is really nice. And then red, I have Bergamo, HP for the team, ramps up, he, you know, can nullify an attack. Really nice there. If you don't have Bergamo, you guys can do MUI Goku, you guys can do Ultra Hit, and then you guys can do Red Casserole as well. But strike based uni reps is just really niche in terms of the team. If you want to go for more of a flexible team, I'll go more blast and strike, but just want to give you guys the options. So yeah, let's hop into the next team. All right, so for the last, not the last team, but the last tag is going to be hybrids, but we're going to be focused more on blast base, and then we're going to go to strike base to end off the video. So when it comes to the blast base team, in terms of the backup characters, you got some pretty good options. Hybrids Bruno has some really good Z's and S tier options. So blast base, you have is Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and then this EX Kid Gohan here. I mean, especially for the blast side, they really are just really valuable. I don't know how good the GT Trunks is. I know that he gives support with GT allies. I just don't know how good he is on a hybrids setup. So I know that he's a rare Z tier unit. I just don't know how good he is for hybrids. So wanted to mention him. Then after that, you do have this blue EX Super Saiyan Teen Gohan. Now granted, he's strike based, but if you have him at high stars, then definitely use him for sure. When it comes to the S tier spots, My favorite ones I do is yellow Goten, because he gets a guaranteed blue card start of turn 2 and double offensive Z abilities, and then he supports 2 other allies depending on if you place them in the bottom middle or the top middle, which is really nice. And if you put him on one of the sides, then he's buffing somebody once. Then after that, you have purple Super Saiyan transforming Trunks supporting Hybrids members, so that's really nice. You can't go wrong with that. That's pretty much like the other best S tiers. All the other ones are pretty mid. So let's hop into the main 6 here. For the C tiers, I decided to add Pan, because I mean the Hybrids team now is really Gohan. Like, you're not really seeing a lot of just like Trunks by himself, and a lot of the good Trunks are pretty much tagged in with Gohan. Besides TV, and then like the green Super Saiyan Trunks, but he's strike based. So all the good hybrid characters are Gohans, right? And then Go Tanks is like the other one, right? So yeah, have Pan here. You know how much love she gives for Gohan. So for the green unit, if you do have Ultra Gohan, the Super Saiyan green Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, rock him. He's the best green, counters blues, guarantees blues after that. After the counter is insane. If you don't have them, then you can rock Cryhon. You can also just rock them together if you want the Ultra Gohan to get the Zenkai buff from Cryhon. You definitely can do that. But I don't have them, so I'm just rocking Cryhon as my main green. Purple, I mean, Ultimate Gohan, right? Like, he's just the best blast-based purple by far. Then after that, here, blue, purple. You have the future Grunks here. I mean, being able to get their gauge pretty fast, like I think 50% each fight. So I mean, every 2 fights, the guaranteed blue card is pretty nice. And then for the yellow side, it's got the blast base TV there. They're just the best blast base yellow. If you want, you guys could just use yellow Go Tanks in the middle. You guys could do that, but he's kind of more like neutral. I think he does a little bit more strike than blast, but it is. Oh, he's actually neutral. He's actually dead neutral. That's actually hilarious. But if you want to add him, you guys can definitely do that. So when it comes to the reds, right, you have Pan. If you want to add in Go Tanks for another offensive red, you guys can. And you guys can definitely do the Nerd Gohan. Great support and double offensive Z abilities there. Those are kind of like my favorite reds for the blast base side. Purple, like I said, is Ultimate Gohan. Then it's this Goten here, just because he gives extra healing to Goten and Goku characters, and you're rocking a lot of Gohan, so he's going to be able to give them extra support and damage and in healing, so I like that a lot. Another good blue blast base. I mean, you do have this Super Saiyan Gohan Youth. He shines a little bit more against PO type of characters, so you guys can definitely rock him. You also have, I think they're strike base. These both are strike base. Yeah, they're both strike base. So I'm not gonna add him in there. He's in the A tier spot, so that's is. Blue, I kind of mentioned the blues, greens, I mentioned greens, purple, I mentioned reds, and then yellows. Yeah, I kind of mentioned it. So me personally, I think, oh yeah, and also if you have Ultra Beast, then just rock him. Even if he's strike based, just rock him, bro. Another blue, like I said, you could also do is Blue Beast. If you just don't have any other good blue options, then just rock Blue Beast. But then you're kind of just rocking a strike based team in a sense. But if you need to rock them, you guys definitely can. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the blast base team. Let's hop into the last team and let's wrap this video up. All right, last team, we have strike base hybrids here. So let's get with the backup characters. It's kind of really similar to like the ones I said in the blast. Just pick your best ones, but if you go more strike side, you know, you got that Super Saiyan movies Gohan, but you also have like Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks. You do have that purple EX Kid Gohan. S tier wise, you have the purple transforming Trunks. You got yellow transforming Goten. And that's pretty much your best Z's and S this season. A lot of the good S, they put them down into the A tier spot, which kind of sucks. But yeah, let's hop into the main 6 here. Yellow Future Gohan is supposed to represent Ultra Beast. If you have Ultra Beast, definitely rock him, bro. He's just ridiculous. The way that he can pretty much get a guaranteed blue card, guaranteed ultimate card. Pretty much like just a guaranteed blue ult every single game, just because anything he does, any action happens, he gets like special move gauge up. So don't rock Future Gohan. This is supposed to be Ultra Beast. If you don't have Ultra Beast, then yellow Gotenks is like your best option, and then after that, I'll say is yellow Goten. That's like your best yellows. When it comes to the reds, like I said, Pan just gives crazy support buffs for Gohans. So you kind of just want her HP wise. She's kind of like, why not use her, right? Just the amount of glaze she gives for her dad is just insane, and they do a lot more damage. Blue wise, I mean, Beast Gohan, Blue Beast. If you don't have him, then sort of help Trunks, but you kind of want to have a Gohan character just because Pan gives a lot of love for Gohan character units. You can also rock them because they have a Gohan character, so that gives, like, you know, Pan gives that extra little hella support for Gohan characters, so you guys can rock them. Purple wise, I decided to give like just extra healing for the team, so Bull of Vegeta for extra support damage and support healing. Why not? So I just add them as my main purple there. And then for the red wise, I did a double red, so I just add red Beast. If you don't have red Beast, then you guys could do red Nerdhan. I mean, red Nerdhan is a pretty good support for the team, so you guys could do something like this. And then just add him here, and he's kind of supporting people to the left and the right of him, so that's really nice there. Then after that, you have, yeah, you can do that. So I'm just gonna put him back up there. Red Beast. Green wise, you guys could do LF Super Saiyan Trunks. I just didn't want to add too many C tier characters. I already have 5, so I didn't want to do all C tiers. But I added green, the hybrids, Trunks and Gohan tag EX character. But if you don't, like I said, if you don't want to rock them, you guys can definitely do the LF Super Saiyan Trunks. And then like my last option would be like Drip Trunks. I don't know where the red Trunks is, that new red Super Trunks. I don't know where he's at. Not the biggest fan of his kit. So yeah, blue wise, I said that. Purple wise, who will be some other good purples? If you don't have Bull of Vegeta, dang, who would you put as your purple? Purple wise, I mean, you could do EX Krillhan, but like I said, I feel like they shine a little bit more because if they're in the S tier. So yeah, purple, I'll probably say, I mean, you could do Ultimate Gohan as your purple. You can do Revival Movies Gohan, and then you could do the Go 10 there if you want extra healing and support. You can definitely do that. Instead of her having to use a C tier spot, you guys could just add Go 10. He's in the B tier spot. Give a nice support there, so you guys can do that, save you some extra points. And then you could probably do something like that if you want to just switch them out and do this, you guys can. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the video there. That's pretty much it, and hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, and rough, and I'm out.